Deal includes $56 billion in deposits, $72 billion in loans. FDIC estimates the cost of SVB's failure will be $20 billion. Welcome to Long Branch News, your daily source for the latest business news and trends from around the world. Whether you're an entrepreneur, investor, or simply interested in the world of business, our channel is the perfect place to stay up to date on the latest developments in the industry. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our team of experienced reporters and analysts brings you the stories that matter most, delivered in a clear and concise format. So if you're ready to stay ahead of the curve and take your business acumen to the next level, hit that subscribe button and join us on this exciting journey. First Citizens Bancshares Incorporated agreed to buy Silicon Valley Bank after a run on deposits wiped out the company in the biggest U.S. bank failure in more than a decade. The deal to settle SVB's fate could help tamp down some of the turmoil that has engulfed the financial world, and shares of regional banks rallied on the news, with First Citizens up 44%. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation seized SVB earlier this month amid concern that bank runs could spread. The acquisition transforms First Citizens into one of the top 15 U.S. banks, according to Bloomberg Intelligence, with help from some favorable terms. First Citizens is buying about $72 billion of SVB's assets at a discount of $16.5 billion, according to an FDIC statement. This leaves about $90 billion in securities and other SVB assets in the hands of the FDIC, and an estimated cost of the failure to the Deposit Insurance Fund of about $20 billion. Meanwhile, the FDIC gets equity appreciation rights in First Citizens with a potential value of $500 million. Omberg report that U.S. authorities are considering more support for banks. Silicon Valley Bank unraveled in less than 48 hours earlier this month after outlining a proposal to shore up capital. When that plan failed, a run on deposits forced the lender to take huge losses on sales of securities that had lost value as interest rates climbed. Shares of regional lenders across the U.S. have plummeted amid concern they too could fall victim to the same threats that destroyed SVB. This has been a remarkable transaction in partnership with the FDIC that should instill confidence in the banking system, said Frank Holding Jr., Chief Executive Officer of Raleigh, North Carolina-based First Citizens. Bloomberg News reported earlier that First Citizens was nearing a deal. Read more: U.S. mulls more support for banks while giving First Republic time. First Citizens said it will assume $56 billion in deposits, and 17 legacy branches will begin operating as Silicon Valley Bank, a division of First Citizens. There will be no immediate change to customer accounts. The transaction is the second FDIC-assisted deal that sent shares of the acquirer soaring. New York Community Bancorp surged 32% on March 20 after taking over deposits and some of the loans at Signature Bank, which was seized by federal regulators on March 12. U.S. authorities have been trying to avoid deals that look like bailouts. Holding said SVB has complementary businesses, including private banking, wealth, and small business banking. The deal will also extend First Citizens' reach into venture capital and technology businesses, he said. We are excited about layering on the expertise that SVB brings, he said. We will have strong liquidity and strong capital. Regulators had been racing to lock down a deal for all or parts of the bank in a bid to cover the uninsured deposits of its startup customers, but an earlier auction attempt passed without a buyer. Then the FDIC extended the bidding process after receiving substantial interest from multiple potential acquirers. To simplify the process and expand the pool of bidders, the FDIC allowed parties to submit separate offers for the Silicon Valley Private Bank subsidiary and Silicon Valley Bridge Bank N.A., the firm created by the FDIC after SVB went into receivership. Valley National Bancorp also submitted a bid last week, people familiar with the matter have said. First Republic Bank led a rally across regional lenders in early New York trading on Monday as sentiment improved following a Bloomberg report that U.S. authorities are considering more support for banks. Thanks for tuning in to Long Branch News today. We hope you found the latest business news and trends informative and insightful.